Hello and a warm welcome. I am Verumyo, project head of an animated Minecraft series called the Frosty Witchcraft School. And I am currently looking for builders to help me out. As you can see, a lot of the world already has been built, mostly by me. But that is not enough, we need more. And the series is scheduled to be released in autumn of 2024 already. So I'm gonna need a lot of help to finish the world in time. If you're interested, please show some example builds of yours that you think would fit well. There are a lot of different towns and building styles, so you might just find something you like. Also, you will be paid a share of the revenue the series generates, based on your contribution. More on that at the end of the video. Now, without further ado, let's talk more about the project, shall we? General information. First things first, you can take a look at the world yourself right now if you like. Just boot up Minecraft Java Edition 1.12.2 and join verumyominecraft.ddnss.de:12345. If it is your first time visiting, you will spawn in the middle of Springtown's town square, and you will be in adventure mode. But food and teleporters are just to your right, next to the nether portal. You can also ride the minecart. You will find minecarts and station buildings near the tracks. Another thing you can do right now is join our Discord and talk to me personally. Or use the cool emojis we have. The link is in the video description. Now, actually some more information about my project. It all started back in 2018. Well, that's when I began working on it for real. The idea itself goes all the way back to 2012, when it was meant as a parody to the original Monster School. Since then it has developed a lot though, and now it is so much more and better than it would ever have been back then. Now I would describe it as a slice of life story, with a touch of comedy. The monsters in this world are intelligent and civil, and humans are rare, but the monsters still have instincts. So when Tom, as the first human ever, enrolls at the Frosty Witchcraft School, it creates a lot of mixed feelings and interesting situations. And bullying. Yeah, I lied, they all just bully him. But everyone learns a lot over time, and there's character development and secrets to find. It's great. Alright, one more thing before I introduce you to the different towns. As a builder, you will not be exposed to these things directly, but I should still make you aware that they are a thing. The series covers a few more difficult topics that may be offensive or discomforting to some people. These are death, torture, PTSD, nihilism, analogies to people eating light, and somewhat mocking analogies to religion in general. Also, it feels a little silly to mention, but you must respect LGBTQ+ rights and black rights and women rights and all the human rights in order to work with us. If you're not a decent person, we want nothing to do with you. Okay, I think we're ready to take a closer look at the towns now. Let's go. Springtown Oldtown. Springtown is divided into 5 districts, different mostly in their building style and dedication. This is the oldest district, founded back in version 1.6.4. It started as 2 naturally generated villages connected by a railway, and developed from there. Wooden plank is the dominating material, covered by a brick or cobblestone pointed roof. Houses are often built side by side, although almost never sharing a wall. Its atmosphere is busy, almost medieval, but computers and TVs still exist. Because, can't live a good medieval life without some electronic devices. Springtown South. Dominated by relatively big buildings and various materials, Springtown South is a place for the creative ones. It was the next place to start being built, although by then version 1.7 already had arrived. There's a good mix between wood and quartz, but people are not afraid to mix and match here. Which results in a lot of ugly buildings too, but that's okay. Most of the public facilities and festival grounds can be found here as well. Springtown Oldtown may have all the housing, but Springtown South has a party. Springtown Newtown. This is a relatively new addition to Springtown, only having started being built in version 1.9. Almost everything is made out of quartz, glass and birch planks, with flat roofs that have a single colored outline. Most homes have a nice garden, and the inside too is quite luxurious. It makes one suspect that this is where the rich people live. The giant TVs only help with that impression. Now let's leave Springtown and explore other cities. Little City. When Little City was built, its vision was A town full of monsters and only monsters, safe from anything that could harm them. Finished between version 1.8 and 1.10, it uses parts to look modern, but applies colored glass wherever it can. Overgrown vines and leaves from above leave a distinguished mark of the solarpunk style. Oh, and then there's the railway, which does not only loop around the city, but also goes inside the buildings. Yeah, it is actually the only connection from the ground to the higher levels. Tough luck if you get sick riding minecarts easily. Although small, this town has 2 districts. Uptown, which is pretty much finished as you can see. It only lacks furniture and some of the skyscrapers where the monsters live. And downtown, which is still not really down the town because it's underground. Where the party is at! Well, will be. Right now there's only a staircase into a wall. Scraper City. While Scraper City was technically founded in version 1.7, most of its actual construction took place in version 1.10 to 1.12. Its motto is big. Although the area itself is smaller than Springtown, its buildings are comparatively enormous. It looks like someone took a bite out of a big metropolis and placed it here. Also, this town is known for its lack of color, but interesting architecture. Even though its shells are big, the rooms inside are still relatively compact. Each floor has a 1-block layer of empty space for redstone circuits, dominated by light and door systems. Highest tech of the high tech. Magma Falls. This settlement has won the speedrun of being built. Started and finished in version 1.11, it is impressively large for just a few weeks of building. It is also based entirely in the Nether, and it's aiming for a more steampunk look with gold, dark oak wood and bedrock as its main building materials, and fire as its primary light source. Rooms are usually hardly decorated, but filled with clutter. There are no glass windows, as fences are used instead. Most of the area is very dark and narrow. Of course, let's not forget the magma flowing here and there and giving the town its name. Blockston. This is a special town. Founded quite recently in version 1.12, the monsters built it out themselves. But also, because it was built by them, it looks a little off sometimes, but that's part of the charm. Houses are basically assembled rooms. They usually have a foundation room for the entrance room, and from there, all other rooms are pasted and stacked as one wishes. There's not a lot to show as of currently, and this town will only appear far into the series, so no need to hurry building it, but if you're into the idea, you can start building now. Castle Nineburg. The Castle Nineburg was also founded very recently, in version 1.12, and also at the edge of the world, just because. Housing just one legacy of witches, it provides an unnecessary abundance of space and resources. Each witch has their own tower and is themed after a special kind of magic. Aside from the protagonist, Melinda, who got no magic of course. It also has a green basement and a horse stable. The inside should be as fancy and decorated as possible. Tricks like floating water and illuminated floors make up the magic. Adventure World. Now, this is a bit of a different story, so listen up. So there is this text-based adventure game the protagonist Muzio loves to play on his console. For the viewers, however, it is visualized as an actual 3D Minecraft world. As such, it is unrestricted in what blocks it can use, so we are gonna have a dedicated server, the newest version for its construction. It is not set up yet though, as it again is something that's only gonna be relevant once the series has progressed a bit. Anyway, we are looking for someone who can build a big and empty but pretty fantasy medieval-like environment. We need a hub where you spawn, a mystical path through the woods, the first town, a mining cave for the first mission, and more. The details will be planned out later, as we are focusing on the actual world first. But if you have ideas and want to build now, we can arrange that. And that was all the towns. Now let's get to the closing. As I mentioned, this is a sort of paid project. Basically, the revenue generated from advertisement, memberships, tips, and the likes will be halved. And from there, your share will be calculated based on your points. The more you build, the more points you get. It's pretty simple. As an example, if the split is $1,000 and you earn 5 points in the first month, and the total of everyone's points is 1k, you earn $5. If you then step it up a notch the next month and earn 25 more points, and the total goes up by another 1,000, you earn $15, and so on. And yeah, that is everything that needed to be said. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested, please send me screenshots or videos of your builds and where you want to help out. That is all. Have a pleasant day.